Good morning, everybody.
What's
Welcome
going on
back.
today? Other than rain.
Just a lot of rain. I've got some meetings today. We've got a lot going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, we are.
Arepa Arte and all those things. So
So
it'll be a busy day.
Arepa Arte, which is a non-profit, it's a lot of work. Didn't even started. And then we have an exhibition coming on June the 2nd here at University Studios, and that takes a lot of time too and preparations. Almost done, by the way.
Mhm.
I don't know how you are. What else? We are going to Mexico City to bring some works
Yes.
back.
Yep. Visit with Michael Swank.
And then we're gonna get 3 weeks of Romania later on this summer. Whew. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, it's time to start our show.
Yay. Welcome, everybody. And I got made fun of because I say the same thing every week in the introduction. So I'm going to vary it up a bit. Everything's for sale. Buy as much as you can. And when you need a break, come back and then buy some more.
Yes. Guys, we have a lot of cool stuff here in the studio. Not only they're available on our websites, so please do check us out. We'd love to know that our works will end up in a nice home.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
So let's go back to the presentation and make it start with the first piece, which you probably haven't seen in a long time. This is its tunnel, it's called. And it's a quite large. It's a mixed media piece. It's painting and collage in the same time. And you know, it's one of the first work when I kind of break into the 3D like artwork. So there's a lot of explorations in here, and even though this is a finished piece, I haven't really advertised it, marketed anywhere, because you know, you just keep creating things and they end up in a corner of your studio. But then yesterday I was looking around and I said, I really like that piece. I wonder why I never put it up, you know, make it available for anyone.
It's delightful. Love the boldness of the colors. I like the 3D effect. It looks like an eye. It looks like just graphic art. It looks, geometric.
You know, I call it tunnel because it kind of take you to a different dimension. It's like a transition in between two worlds, and it's the paint world, and then there's the collage world, and then there's this geometrical to some sort of space-like, or is that a moon? Is that a planet? Is that radiating? Whatever that is. I find it very interesting and very, very playful.
So it's on paper. It looks like it's a printed, but no, I can see as you get closer that it is painted.
Yeah,
Man, look how matte that is.
There is no printing whatsoever in here. It's just all paper and paint.
They're really, really lovely.
I don't know. It's very colorful. It's very playful. So if you do have a room that needs an accent, a something happy that's going on, this would be a lovely effect.
If you don't have a room like that, you should build one, because everyone should have a room that needs happy,
doesn't it?
Art.
But listen, I have it here before we move on and before we talk more about it. Let me turn this off for a second, if I know how. Why is everything complicated today?
It's the rain. It's
you know, look at this. We haven't shared the screen yet. So guys, excuse us for a second. I don't know what is going on in here, but it didn't work. So I'm going to show you once again. If the computer will say something, it doesn't say anything. This is one of those days when nothing works. I wonder why. This is Zoom. I never left Zoom, but we'll have to use it for now. Yeah, I don't know where that is. It's just completely disappeared. You see what I mean? We can't show you the presentation. But listen, guys, I before we do that, listen, I will
We do it without
I
the.
will show you right here because I can't figure that out.
Oh,
It's
it's
quite
shared now.
large, you know.
It's shared for a moment.
It's a 20 by 30 piece. It's quite large, and it has a. It doesn't come with a glass because there's no need for this kind of board to have glass. However, I do have a plastic sheet on top to protect it for moving around and scratching and whatever we would do here in the studio. Just paint in the air.
I'm of mixed feelings. I know it doesn't need it, a piece of glass. I really worry about things like that. I mean, it strikes me that the first time the dog comes in wet and shakes, something could happen to the picture.
Well, it's a varnish. It shouldn't happen anything.
Oh, it is varnished, so it is
shouldn't
protected
happen
in some
anything.
way.
But if you guys wanna add a piece of glass, of course you can.
Kind of a shadow box.
Yeah, it's up to y'all. But that's a tunnel, and I would love to really be able to show you guys
It came on for a second.
some ideas of this presentation that can happen. I don't know, for some reason it doesn't want to show up anything. Let's see.
See, it goes to that.
Maybe now. Let's give it a second,
Yeah,
guys.
there it is.
There you go. So this is I was showing, we do have some time. Let me go to the details, because people needs to see some details in here. This is how it looks like. It's very interesting.
It is. It's
And it's, like I said, very bright and very happy. Could be in place in a room that is not that bright, that needs a spark to it, and it has some happiness, some movement going on.
The thing I also like about it is it's so geometric and simple. And then this thing in the middle is like a storm. It's like this little bit of chaos in all this order. It's really a great mixture.
And you really have to come close up to take a double look, a second look to see what is going on there.
It gives the impression that it's just spinning in the middle.
And because at first I thought of some planets, of some space, and then I created this fluorescent edge to this intense blue, like it's a radiating, it's something movement. And actually the blue dot itself has a lot of texture, like those mountains you see on the moon.
Okay, so that is textured out.
Yes, but it's very hard to bring that in a picture, but it's a very interesting piece.
Yeah, very, very nice, and a nice size. And are there more in that series?
They're actually not. I was trying to create some other ones, and it didn't go anywhere. And then, I move over to other projects.
It's funny. I hear people say all the time that, they get to where they can see an artist's style, and that you shouldn't experiment too much because people come to expect a certain look from your work. And then I find a lot of artists who just completely reject that notion that no, we need to continuously remake ourselves and reimagine and explore. So I think it's fine that this is completely different from a lot of the other work that you do.
Yeah, I probably that's why I didn't show it up too much, because it's on an exploration stage here.
Leo's watching. Buenos días, Leo. Vamos a venir a México al finales o el principios de junio.
Fantastic. You want to talk about yours?
I
The
do.
small one.
This
which
is
I can't
called
pronounce.
Intamiba.
Intamiba.
This is a piece that I did some time ago. It is obviously an abstract. I was working with an experiment called Inktober, where every October people do these. They spend 30 days just working with ink in some form. And so what I did here was I tried to use it wet. I tried to paint with ink when it was wet. And so a lot of the ink just spread out. And so as I looked at it later on, it kind of looked like one of those slides you see in looking at amoebas under a microscope.
That's exactly what it is.
That's why I called it that. But I think the colors are very pleasant. I love the movement in it. There's points of interest. And again, when you're up close, you get one look. And if you step back, it just becomes kind of a pretty pattern. This one has gotten very little attention. It's not framed yet, which I think has a lot to do with it. It's 9x12. And this one says it's 8x10. It's a 9x12.
It's not that one over there?
Yeah.
Oh.
And on paper, and it is all ink, and exploring with ink.
See, I like those large framing.
Yeah, with
on
mats.
smaller
Yeah,
pieces.
with these, they really need
everything.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
And
it's a fantastic piece.
Yeah, I thought it kind of looked like a watercolor. This is not the probably most flattering frame for
No,
this
it's not.
piece,
Doesn't matter.
but it gives people an idea. And I just thought it was really nice. I don't think we've talked about it.
No, I don't
this
think
before.
it's. I almost, when I look at this, actually, this is not the one.
Hmm.
This isn't the one.
This isn't
This is
what?
the picture that you show us in the presentation.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. But that's okay. It's the same in the same series. This is how it looks like, actually. You know what I mean? It's you're missing the purple things in it.
That's funny because
So
there's only one. I don't know where that picture came from.
Well, it is so interesting because you have it.
I'm looking around.
And it's so similar. Oh my God. But that's great. You have two of them that look similar. It makes a pair even better. I love it either way.
Yeah, I think that it's a nice look. And again, it was fun experimenting and exploring just working with ink, liquid inks, and painting with ink. I thought it was a nice look.
Yeah, and I love that, over framed.
Matted and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's great. Is this available? Both of them available?
Yes, they're available if I can find that one.
Fantastic. So what else is new? First of all, before moving on, let's thank everybody for watching us, guys, collecting us, trusting us and supporting us, right?
Absolutely. And particularly Frank. Good morning, Frank.
Good
He's
morning,
joined
Frank.
us.
Brian is on too. Hi,
Hi,
Brian.
Brian. Welcome. Good morning.
So what else? We are having a nice Mother's Day open Saturday.
Yes.
Coming
Oh
at
my
Silver
gosh.
Studios, guys. You have to come up. Our studio will be open as usual, and this should be a fantastic event. All the studios will be open here at Silver Studios, so there's a lot of art to choose from,
Lots.
lots of gifts to pick up.
Look how skinny I am.
Yeah. What'd you do?
I don't know. Let's do it again.
It's a fast forward picture I put together last night. So let's see. We have a new works, guys, if you are coming to Silver Sea Studios this Saturday, you can get a glimpse of some pieces we have ready for the show in June.
Oh, yeah.
So you can get
A sneak preview.
a sneak preview if you wish, and you can put your red dots on any of the pieces. I'm just saying, and because it's important. Just varnished the last 4 pieces yesterday, and they are dry and ready to go.
Did you already sell one of yours?
I sold from that series.
Yeah.
I have about 4 now, and one
But I mean, that was going to be in the show.
One recently sold, yes, the Love Wins. And Josh actually said, I'm going to leave this with you
So we put it in
to
the show.
end of the show so you can put it on. But that piece is gone. Yay!
One
Fantastic.
down.
Fantastic. Come and visit us, guys. Studio 314 and Silver Sea Studios.
We do appreciate it.
And do mark your calendars for June 2nd. It's a one-day event here at Silver Sea Studios. for Urbanesque, an exhibition that will feature works of John's and myself, and it's going to be new work from Urbana series.
All new work, yeah. And we, like I say, we have it one evening. We'll have nibbles and drinks, beautiful catering from Isabel Legarreta, and it's just outside our studio and inside our studio. So it's this little area down at this end in door one.
Basically, the whole building is ours.
Yeah, the whole building is ours. But
and here are some sneak peeks. Of course, nothing looks like anymore like this, but you will have to come over and see it.
And I'm not showing any of mine. This is what I've been working on.
Yes, he saw.
I figured this was a safe thing to show.
And you're right, because he sent me these pictures yesterday while I was doing the slideshow. And it's like, what am I looking for? That's an interesting idea. Where is he going?
Well, it's all covered up to do my spray painting, and they're looking really interesting now. I'm really enjoying them. I will be finished, but they're not done yet. So they'll be truly brand new.
What else? Mexico City, you're still going there?
Mexico City.
Obviously, we're going to go to Mexico City to bring up some work of mine that is in the Art Gallery Studios. They have been shown there for an exhibition some time ago, and it's time to bring them home.
Yeah, and they're just taking up room in Michael's studio right now. But we will be able to go there, spend a few days, visit with Michael Swank, see some galleries, hopefully while we're in Mexico City, and then bring a lot of our babies home that have been there on display.
And also time to tune into YouTube and watch some our vlogs. A new one, it's on the way. But until we finish that, you can always switch to the podcast and get a glimpse of John's ideas. And
yeah, there's an audio podcast. Any place you get your podcast, it's indexed in all of them. And then, of course, I also do a video version of it as well on YouTube. And then, of course, I keep my blog going as well. I have now 2 blogs because I'm doing a blog for us and then a blog for Aripa Arte as well.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's good. So let's move over to the second part of the show, which you know how you keep moving on with new ideas and new projects, and your old projects never get featured again. This is what happens with Synopsis, guys. So what we're looking at here, it's a photograph from, it's called Petal Line, from the Synopsis series, which I believe, Frank, if you're there, they have collected one of these. And what else? Those are, I believe, editions of 10. And recently I had a discussion with somebody about photography, asking me how it's working with edition. And I have to repeat this for everybody on and on again, because it's important. Unlike painting in photography, every edition, if it's a number edition, it's considered an original. So it's, if you have a photograph of a painting, that it's not an original, that it's a reproduction, right? And then photography, fine art photography comes in edition. You, the artist, decide a number of editions, and each of these issue is going to be considered an original. And this is Petal Line, guys.
And you do yours in a special way, and I think it's the right way to do it. So you're doing 10. So if you reproduce this in any size, it still comes out of the original 10. Some artists, photographers will do 10 of one size and 10 of another size and 10 of another size. And it's really unfair to the collectors because they don't have a real sense of the scarcity of the thing they're collecting. But I think you do it properly. You will do only 10 regardless of how big or small they are.
So yeah, this is a 16, whatever it's available on my website comes on 16 by 16 inch because this is kind of the size I can print here in the studio. But
and you get to decide that as an artist, right?
Yeah. And,
what looks best.
I do have collectors who went to the website, you know, they like various pictures, and they have a different request, can you print this 24 by 24 or 36 by whatever that size is, and that will keep the editions as well. So that makes it more collectible. And what is Petal Lines? Well, Petal Lines, guys, is made out of petals of white magnolia, and I felt like, combining this nature with some graphic art. So we have the petal lines, and we have the birds flying, and then I was, I wanted to tie those to something, to bring the birds home somehow, almost like, how do you call those the things you go on the beach and fly in a
kite.
A kite. And this is kind of what I thought, these birds, they're coming from it, they belong somewhere. So this is how Petal Lines was born.
And it gives that whole thing in this whole series of synopsis that there is this kind of dreamlike quality, this kind of connectivity on a cerebral level, or a kind of a memory, and it really gives that impression. You've got the lovely repetitious pattern of the petals, which are elegant and voluptuous themselves, but then you added this other bit that just takes your mind somewhere else. I think they're very powerful.
And it says, you, the viewer, can have your own reinterpretation of whatever your synopsis comes up with, what you connect to it internally. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful series. It's all in my website, bogdanphotoart.com, under synopsis series. Go ahead and check all of them. I think it's a beautiful collection, and you should buy it in any size you'd like. Just let me know.
Frank did.
Frank did. You want to talk about yours?
Yeah, and Frank also bought one of my Pancamargas. So the Pancamarga series is one that I'm very, very proud of. I am doing 20 pictures every 5 years for the next 20 years until I'm 80. We did the first set, should have been in 2020, but it was 2021. COVID, get used to it. But so we'll be doing the next installation in 2025. So I'm working on that now in my head, but this is from the first series called The Path of Accumulation. This particular one is called Attention. It is 30 by 40 inches. And as I see it, the whole idea is that it's the accumulation of all the things that have brought you to where you are today, make you who you are. And so I try to bring that together. So it's very kind of busy, but there's a meditative quality as well. And I've got these little rectangles around that are, to me, my footprints through this meditation, through this painting. I love this piece. The four of them together are amazing. 2 of them have sold already. There's just a few left in this series from the 2021 set.
Are these do you have only 2 on this size?
There's only 2 left in this size, right? And they have this luminosity to them. I do find them meditative, though they're very, very busy. There still seems to be some calmness through it all. And
I think they're lovely, and the blue ones are my favorite ones on this size.
Yeah. I remember during the exhibition when you saw them all together, they were amazing.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic piece, and you have few of them left from that collection.
There's only 7 out of the 20 left.
That's fantastic, and you guys should collect one of those if you see this show. You have it here?
I do.
Let's share it. It's quite a large piece.
Quite a honking big piece.
If we don't damage anything else around, you can share it.
Yay! Yeah. So it's got kind of a matte finish to it. It's all mixed media, but it's mostly acrylic.
It's fantastic.
It's got some ink and some a pencil and some marker and a lot of things in there. But it's, I think, a very, very happy piece. And I thought, my gosh, these are just sitting here in the studio. I keep forgetting, you mentioned before, you forget about the things that are just, you've kind of moved on past them.
As I said, I climbed the ladder to bring that down. And when I looked down, there were another flat ones, like, oh, I completely forgot about it.
Exactly. They get kind of lost here in the studio.
So if you guys want to come to the studio and just dig around, see what treasure you find, you are welcome. So,
and as Frank knows, once you buy a Panca Marga, you become a special collector. It even comes with its own pen.
Fantastic.
And you also get first dibs at the next collection in 2025.
Well, fabulous.
Oh, until I break it.
Don't break anything. Drag your chair.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, that will work. Sorry, guys. A lot of things to pay attention to. So, let's get out of here. We are at the end of the show. And I want to thank you for watching us and for being here with us today. And we want to remind you that this Saturday, it's an open Saturday. It's the second Saturday of the month here at Silver Sea Studios, and we are open. And you also can get a glimpse of some of the images that will get in the show in June the 2nd. You can put your red dot right away. And what else? I had an interesting commission from the relatives of some collectors to make one of the surrealistic pictures with some members of the family. So this is what I occupy my this week with. So that's completed, and I will share some glimpses probably next time.
Marvelous. You guys have a wonderful week. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Hopefully Saturday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.